Welcome to the Steelers Realm Podcast. And now, here are the boys of Steelers Realm.
Thank you, Andy Hart. I don't know what happened to that fade out. Welcome, Steeler Nation. It's another episode. We're bringing it to you like we do all the time. Steelers Run Podcast. One of your hosts, JT. We got, Trio's back again from earlier before the ass whooping. Welcome, TA. How you doing, brother?
Dark days ahead of us, JT. Darker
days. Kitch, how's it going, man?
He took the words right out of my mouth, although he was the one saying pre-show, like, hey, man, don't be so gloomy. There's still some season left.
Yeah, there's two sides of this coin, man.
Yeah, this completely flipped on its head. I see what you trying to do, TA.
Hey, I just want you to know that it's all in the script, man. It's all in the script.
Well, we get to play the script writers this week.
Well, no, because at the end of the day, this week's easy. Casey's coming in for an ass whipping, and Taylor and Kelce are going to go home with the tail between their legs because this is what makes great drama. We had to lose these games to go ahead and make it possible for Hard Knocks to survive. And we had to add just one more segment to the joy that we love to call Tom Brady in losing another 2 damn games as this son of a bitch goes ahead and announces our game. I'm done. I can't handle it no more. Tom Brady should not be allowed to go. And twice in the same week, what is the NFL trying to do to us, boys and the girls? They're just pouring the salt into our wounds.
I can't really blame Tom Brady for this, man. When you miss 36 tackles in 2 weeks,
look, it's the aura, it's the mojo, it's just the Brady-esseness. It's got to stop.
Well, why doesn't he do that to the other team?
No. Look, he only got.
I'm sure if anybody has a reason to hate Philly, it's Tom Brady.
He only got,
and he never liked Baltimore
doing that to us. That's what it is.
Well, I can tell you this. The terrible towel still has its powers.
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't know if you saw it out there. There's a clip online, an Eagles fan
throwing the towel
out into the wind, right? What happened, Kitch?
Jaden Daniels led an incredible comeback and made the Eagles win last week irrelevant.
Yeah. What else happened? The Eagles, they just like the curse.
Oh, they got beat up.
Yeah. And
Hurts didn't even make the whole game.
Mittens
came through and got injured as well.
Well, I mean, we already knew he was kind of soft, so.
He was kind of soft.
Well, it's salty it is to rehash it. I mean, we're going to do our best to kind of cruise through and talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly of that one. And then, of course, we barely have time to breathe. And we'll see how this goes. But if we have to, we might bring you back in a second episode for the Chiefs preview. So we'll see how it goes. Anyhow, if not, we're going to go right into it after we, regurgitate some more of that Ravens game. Anyhow, a little quick overview. I was saying it all day Saturday morning. I'm like, man, I hope this isn't the game that he's due. Man, I hope this is not the game that he's due. I'm like, he's due against. It's like, oh man, like those are weighing on me. But yet, on the other hand, I'm buying into your theory, TA, that pressure's on them. And it was on them indeed, but Ravens freaking brought it, dude. Yeah. They brought it, and we did not.
They answered the call, man.
Yep, they did.
I mean, and it looked like nobody wanted anything to do with Derrick Henry. I mean,
what's up, DJ?
that was probably the most pathetic thing I've seen. And giving up 165 yards.
Hey, Mean Green. Yeah, that's.
I mean, it was 220 total. I mean, this defense, and here's the thing, I might take the blame on this because I was the one who gave Terrell Austin kudos. And then going into the month of December, and we knew we have to run the gauntlet. We knew we had to run the gauntlet. Right now, we're not looking really good in the gauntlet at 0-2. But don't fear. We've got Mike Tomlin, Mr. Above Average, if not average the best.
His power doesn't work here anymore, man.
Oh, we got 2 more wins.
We got more than 9 wins. His power doesn't work anymore. We got our 9.
No, he's going to.
We actually got 10. He overachieved.
Hell brings fury in December, boys.
Yes.
Well, so far, we're not
what
looking
is that
good
number?
December.
Kitch, didn't you have that? Didn't you were spouting that off? Or
Wait,
December numbers?
Oh, yeah. It's either we win out or we lose out. It's almost no in between.
Well, just like you, Mean Green, we're still out here talking about it all the time.
Still love the team. Just getting a little irritated with them.
Yeah. So, all right, let me throw something out here real quick. So, did the Steelers kind of show us who they really are over the last 2 weeks? Or were these just like 2 games? Yeah, well, they got outplayed.
Or let me even ask you another question. How about this? Or did we just take the last 2 weeks off and not tip our hand to playoff teams?
Well, I think that in itself answers his question. Good teams don't take multiple weeks off.
Well, not when you're running a schedule that we are, though. I mean, we already seen the reduced yards with Najee and even Jalen in these last 2 games. I mean, Najee hasn't ran the ball more than 40 times in 2-week span, guys. That's a problem.
Yeah. Well, another issue is without Pickens, our stats offensively have just taken a nosedive. And in turn, we're not moving the ball.
There you go. DJ's on that.
So and then let's even say something else here. Why would you shut down Pat Freiermuth? Because Pat really was only targeted 3 times, and he caught all 3, but we really didn't target him any more than that. And are we to get excited that Mike Williams actually was thrown to?
Yeah,
more than once in a game. Yeah, he got like 3 receptions. It was nice. We should do it more. Same with throwing to Muth more. I've been actually complaining about that all year. Feed that guy. He is like probably the most underrated tight end in the league.
Because here's my question, and I just want to go. I'm really starting to get a little discouraged about coaching decisions. The Ravens come out and they were running the ball against us. And what did we do? We clamped them down. We ended up getting a punt. And then, boom, what did we do? We started driving the ball out by running. Then on 3rd down in a manageable 2 yards, why are you going to go ahead and throw a 20-yard pass down the field? And you not only did that once in the game, but then you needed a 4th and 7 later on in the game, and you decided to go for a 50-yard bomb. Why is Muth not being utilized over the middle?
You know what? I'm all for taking shots when you have one, but I mean that one to
we didn't have them.
Yeah, to Austin.
I agree, but we didn't have them.
We didn't have them. Oh man, yeah. So I mean, you can't be predictable all the time, and when you got a shot like that. If they're stacking the box and that's what he's seeing, take that shot, man. You got a speedster heading down the middle. It just kind of the ball went one way and the defender went kind of the other way that Austin did.
So again, why didn't you do a couple of crisscross over the middle?
Sure.
Kind of free that up a little bit.
Dude, I've always been
we
a fan
did
of
hit
that.
Cal
Always
on
been
a
a fan of
yeah, we did hit Cal on a crossing route. JT and I have been talking about this all year at work. Like Cal's fast enough. You hit him on a crossing route, he's shifty enough.
in stride.
He could put up some like not quite, but close to some Tyreek Hill type numbers. Dude's fast. Use it.
Yeah, you got to
Crossers
hit
are
him
the
in
best
stride,
way.
man. That's what Ben used to do with AB, man. He just like if he'd hit him in stride, cutting across like that, he's gone. He was
I
gone,
remember he did that with Mike Wallace whenever like he actually had a good season for us.
Yeah,
I remember
Wallace
he
is a go
split the
route.
defense and he was just gone.
Yeah.
So let me even ask this. Was it my imagination with Skoronik when he left the game? The passing game kind of went to shit a little bit until the big bomb in the third
absolutely.
quarter.
That is definitely one of my biggest, even though he got hurt and might miss this week for his Steeler future. This was a big game for him. Like he's just been coming on strong these last few weeks. And unfortunately, he's been about one of the only ones to. But like it's kind of made him show out even more.
Yeah.
I think we found something there.
He was balling. I'm saying I need a 15 jersey, dude.
Yeah, I'm feeling it now, man.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Well, I'll tell you what, the best play that I seen all day was the touchdown pass, where we basically had two tight ends running free in the end zone. And I've been thinking to myself all year, how's come we're never that lucky in having a guy wide open in the end zone like Michael was? Why don't we do something more like that? Why couldn't you do that on a 4th and 7 or a 4th and 2 or a 3rd and 2 when everybody's at the line thinking that you're going to run it?
Yeah, other teams with great tight ends do it.
Yeah. But I don't know if
Well-
we're just selling Muth short or what, or they don't think he's as good as everybody else that has actually like been paying attention does. I don't know if they just have him underevaluated. Like what's the problem here, guys?
No,
I don't think it's under evaluated. I think it's underutilized, plain and simple. Yeah, and like
Well-
Mean Green says too. I mean, you know, we know this game against the Ravens is always a game of field position, time of possession, and turnovers.
and you let this team march 96 yards on you and then turn around and let them march another 60 on you.
Again.
Right after a week where your defense let them move so slow, but let them move up the field for the full length of the field for a 10-minute drive to end the game.
12 minutes and 57 plays later, and we never saw the ball again.
Yeah.
So, yeah, way to put the game on the defense to hold it.
Right. 2 weeks in a row. The offense needs better production. You can't do that to your defense. And here's the other thing, guys. Unfortunately, the ball did not bounce our way in the beginning.
No.
We had those 2 fumbles.
Yeah.
Man. And we were just inches from gathering them up.
Exactly. But if that ball bounces slightly different way.
Yeah, this is a whole different game we're talking about. And I think the thing that's the most unexcusable right now, and I don't know what it is, but Russ has got to get this back in check because he's starting to lean towards old Russ and him throwing that pick 6, guys, in an impromptu time. And I mean, he wasn't even anywhere close. He threw that so far behind him, it wasn't even funny. It was almost as if I'm not even sure what happened there.
It's like he's reverted to Broncos form over the last week. Well, 2 weeks.
Oh,
yes. Yeah, I can't.
There it did.
You're absolutely right. It really feels that way right now.
No, it kind of sucks. I was coming around on him. I was actually like enjoying watching him kind of revive his career. Yeah. And these last 2 weeks are not a good sign for him. He needs to fix this against Kansas City. And he definitely needs to light it up against Burrow in the final week.
Yeah, definitely. You remember what you called him? You said he was in panic mode.
Oh, yeah. He was panicking constantly all game. Like, I haven't seen him freaking out that bad since Denver.
And the thing is he freaked out against Philly and he freaked out against Baltimore. It's almost as if now he bought into the fact that it's all on his shoulders and he's putting too much on him, and it's a team sport. When he first came in here before he lost a game, we weren't really worrying or depending on Russ. Russ has got to get back to that. But I'm also hoping maybe it's due to the fact that he lost his number one wide receiver and he feels he now has to do a little bit more than when he had George on the field.
Unfortunately, I've seen like we've all seen Russ whenever he gets to the point where he feels like he needs to do more than he has to. And the biggest play in his career that was evidence of this, did you guys know that the Super Bowl against the Patriots when he was in Seattle, they did call a run to Marshawn Lynch. He checked it at the line.
Oh, in the last play there to win, you mean?
When he threw the pick, the goal line pick.
That's the rumor that's coming out now.
It's actually been out for a while, but yeah.
Well, at the end of the day, if they are sandbagging it, because let's face it, 3 games and 11 games. I mean, we had to do it, and our nemesis, the Ravens, had to do it. Now, the Steelers.
And so did the Chiefs are in the same boat as us, though.
Yes, the Chiefs are in the same boat as us.
Same with the Texans.
Exactly right.
That's why the Texans are getting shredded.
Yeah. I mean, they're pretty much decimated at this point in time. And don't worry, though. Don't worry.
Not anymore.
DJ is going to save the day, guys.
DJ back to save the day.
Gonna save the day.
I feel so bad for CJ Stroud right now.
Oh,
dude gets his best friend replaced by the receiver with the most suspect hands in the league. Okay, second. There's always Kadarius Toney.
And the worst attitude. Yeah, it comes from the 80s full of receivers there.
Go in the game. Nah, I don't want it.
Well, hey, Mean Green, I get your point. Yeah, he does know he needs to play better. He knows that. I mean, his stats weren't horrible, but it's like weighty plays, right? Weighty downs. Isn't that what Tomlin calls them? Weighty downs.
Yes, and you're right. It wasn't bad. I mean, 22 for 33. I mean, attempts, 217 yards. I mean, 2 touchdowns. I mean, he avoided a sack and had a 92% pass rating. Was it his worst? No. Was it his best? Absolutely not. But overall, was it bad performance? No. But we absolutely had no help from the running game at all. And let's face it, if he wouldn't have took off on that 27 yards, the only thing I want to know is why didn't you fake left and come back right? Or was it at 37 that was just too much swing to the left and you couldn't bring her back to the right? And because that was a touchdown. It looked like he had it. He just needed to put a little Barry Sanders move on there at the end, fake in, and head back out. But he headed straight into trouble.
So does that run count when he fumbled it?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, the yards count for him.
The yards count for him?
Yeah.
So, well, he accounted for 27 of our 117 yards on the ground.
Yeah. Now, as a whole, this offense has been sloppy as hell the last 2 weeks.
And guess who has the best? Wait, go ahead. Hold that thought. Guess who has the best yards per rushing attempt?
Per attempt, probably Russ.
Yeah, 9 yards per attempt.
Well, I mean, it does help whenever you get like 27 yards. It just doesn't help whenever you fumble after.
When you fumble at the end of it, right?
Yeah,
right. But
and I mean, at the end of the day, though, I mean, our longest runs, both by Jalen and Najee, were only 11 yards.
Yeah. You need to rip some of those 30-yarders off every now and then.
Like, there are just 2 plays as evidence as to how the sloppy offensive play has killed us the last 2 weeks. Yeah. And the first play is the pitch fumble from Najee in the Eagles game.
Right.
And the other one was just that god-awful pick 6. Like TA was saying, it wasn't close at all. Or was that was one of you guys pregame was saying that.
Yeah, right. And it wasn't. It was.
I mean, so to wrap this up so we can get moving on, first of all, I just want to say I'm glad we lost. let's see if these boys really are a special team and can look adversity in the face and get it back on course. And I'd rather be trying to find my peak right now than to potentially be peaking like the Ravens are and not go nowhere. That's one of my things. Number two is at the end of the day, I think this rekindles the rivalry a little bit. As you said earlier, Kitch, before the show, this was a legitimate Lamar win. All right, I'm going to give it 2 out of 4. Maybe the key is we got to knock his ass out. He can't play us twice in a year.
Hey, let's not overreact on that, considering this was his first legit win. I'm not counting the first one whenever we were already on our second string QB. Then Mason got knocked out by Earl Thomas. And then Duck came in and almost won us that game until Juju fumbled it away in OT.
Right. So, and then here's another thing. We got to see Corey Trice out there, which I tell you what.
Yeah.
He looks pretty impressive on TV.
Yeah, I thought he did all right.
I mean, for his first game since September, I mean, what did we expect? Pierre's been holding his own as well, too. And, we took another hit with KZ, and somewhere Fitz came back alive. So I think at the end of the day, we got to get a little healthier.
They had
get his first pick in like 18 months.
Yeah.
The minute there, I thought you were going to say 18 years. It sure has felt that way.
It felt like it, man.
Yeah, definitely. Well, like DJ says, we got to get that edge at home. Not so good on the road. What was the record? Pretty much god awful on the road.
Oh, we've lost 5, right? We know 2 of them have been on the road. Where were the other 3 at?
No.
It seems like so long ago, guys.
I know.
All right, let me see if I can.
Colts in Cleveland. We did lose in Cleveland.
Okay.
So another road game.
I know the Colts early in the season. I can't remember if that was home or away at this point, honestly.
Dallas.
That was in Dallas, I'm pretty sure.
That's 4.
Look at all these road games. Are you telling me we can't go on the road? So we're going to get 1 playoff win this year?
If we still win our division.
So Cowboys was at home, boys.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So we did lose
Cowboys
a game at home.
Yep. Everything else has been on the road. So we got the Colts on the road, the Browns on the road, Ravens on the road, and of course Philly on the road. Yeah. We finished the last 2 games at home. So, and just a little thing, we have not lost more than 2 in a row in a long time in a season.
Not since 2020.
So, so it's been a long time. So, that's why I said I think the narrative right now is setting up because let's face it, somebody needs to go ahead and beat the Chiefs so they can talk negatively about them. What are they going to do now? They got Buffalo to worry about. Will they set Patrick Mahomes in the last week? Will they play Patrick Mahomes? Will they go ahead and let him just get 100 yards on a pass interference call right off the get-go with only a half a second off the clock for them to come in and score with 1 second off the clock and set another record? Because I've never seen so much cheating in my entire life when it comes to these guys. Did you guys watch that other play on Kansas City this week?
No.
Oh, it's something different every single week.
Yeah. I mean, it's ridiculous. So, yeah, I say it there. So let's talk about them. Anything else we want to go ahead and beat up on the Ravens? I'm ready to move on. It's in the rear view mirror.
I just want to pretend that I want to repress that the game part of that.
All right, let me ask you this. To wrap that up, which one hurt worse, losing to the Browns or losing to the Ravens?
Browns.
Yeah.
Probably the Browns still, yeah.
Me too.
Because, at least the Ravens, are consistently a good team. The Browns just feels like, it feels like we lost to, it would be like a SEC losing to, an FCS team. It would be like any SEC team losing to, I don't know, IUP.
There you go. Yeah. Kent State.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. Wasn't that James Harrison's alma mater? Wasn't it?
Yep.
Kent State. Yep.
Kent State. Yeah. All right. So anyhow, guys, hey, we're here. A double show tonight, guys. Pre-game. We're washing the Ravens game away. I didn't actually flash my shirt earlier this week, so I'll take the hit. I'll take the blame for that loss. But anyhow, we're back home, guys. Finish out the season. 2 games to go. We're back at it again on Christmas coming up. And by the way, before we go to the end of the show, I want to wish everybody out there a Merry Christmas. And we'll be back next Monday to kind of get our thoughts on the Steelers-Chiefs game. So enjoy your Christmas. We got some Steelers football. How could it get any better than having Steelers football on Christmas at home?
Well, if we didn't have to play the Chiefs, I would say this would be perfect.
That could be better. Yeah.
And I'm not afraid of the Chiefs. I'm afraid of the refs.
Do we have a say in who refs our games? We get to pick? We're like,
look, I'd rather have who announces our game to pick than I would the ref our picks. I'm just glad to see Ian and the boys again. I feel so dirty over there on Fox.
Yeah, so get your presents out of the way early. Get up in front of the TV. 1 o'clock kickoff, Acrisure. Yeah, like you said, Ian Eagle. And, hey, bro's in the house, man. JJ is going to be providing some commentary along with Nate Burleson.
Nice little Christmas special.
Yeah.
Figure if they're figuring if JJ's going to be there, they might as well put him to work.
Yeah,
Is that what you're telling me?
You know, he was there. The camera was on him in the last game.
Right. I'm waiting to see his son start announcing.
Yeah, so also got to hear
Probably
some play-by-play. Rob King on the radio side of things, along with Craig and Max, like normal. Missy on the call, and then the OTB app for our Ireland brothers over there listening. Anyhow, yeah, weather's warming up a little bit. 41, supposed to be on Christmas Day. That's good because that prime rib will be in the smoker, dude.
Oh.
I'm so psyched to get started with that.
He's been talking about that all day. Just
work.
Little prime ribby.
My coals and about my coals and my wood and ready to go. But anyhow, partly cloudy skies here in Allegheny County, as Joe DiNardo used to say. Series versus the Colts. 23-14 Steelers lead them. There have been some lean versus Chiefs, rather, not Colts. There were some lean Chiefs years. I know it was one of those games. We used to have fun beating up on the Chiefs, but not some more. You got quarterback like that. But anyhow, we're sitting at 10-6 Chiefs, 14-1 over the Texans. That was kind of a brutal game with that injury, 27-19. Chiefs -2.5 and a 43.5 over under. So, I seriously thought about putting money on the Steelers. I'm so glad I didn't.
Oh man.
Yeah. I thought it was going to be another one of those 3-point games. Come down to which kicker was more accurate. But anyhow, back to the Chiefs. We're turning around again. Did we get time to game plan and actually beat the Chiefs? I know earlier there was a lot of talk about the Steelers. One of those teams that could be the first. They could beat the Chiefs the way they're constructed and how it matches up. I don't know. What do you guys think? Want to get into it a little bit?
Well, I mean, I feel like on paper, yeah, we absolutely should be able to take on the Chiefs. This is honestly the worst Chiefs team I've seen in years. They've been getting a fair amount of help from their buddies in the black and white stripes. But Yeah, I mean, Mahomes has been sacked more this season than he has in any other season he's been in the league so far. He's already been dropped 36 times, which, I mean, seems low to us Steeler fans, but for Mahomes, that's a lot. We're gonna have to worry about Worthy too. I mean, I know he got a little dinged up this week, but I know he's, he's still fast. He's still gonna be hard to bring down. He has 339 yards after catch, receiving yards this year.
Tackling.
Yeah, and our tackling has been god awful. Well, I mean, to go along with the 36 times Mahomes been sacked, that's also how many tackles we've missed in the last 2 weeks. So, I mean, I feel like it really could be one or the other here. It's going to be a really tight game, or it's going to be a repeat of the last 2 weeks.
Well, let's not go there yet. It's not prediction time.
Hey, I mean, I wasn't throwing out like actual prediction yet, but
well, let's not poo-poo just yet. Let's finish the numbers. What else we got? Anything pops out as far as numbers going into this game?
The Chiefs are actually, I believe, the only team in the league this year to not put up 30 in a game.
I see. Needed to.
Well, yeah, they, like I said, they've had plenty of help. But this is kind of where we get into some more of the dicey territory, because this is a stat comparison of our offense without George Pickens and with George Pickens while we've had Russell Wilson starting. Without him, we have 19 points per game, 248 yards per game, and only 150 passing yards a game. Jeez. With Pickens, we basically add a whole touchdown onto that at 26.3 points per game. Our passing numbers, or just our offensive numbers, balloon up to 389 yards per game total and 255 passing yards per game. So it's a huge difference without him there. And we were just talking
another 100 yards per game.
And you also got to think about talking in the the post game just now about like the Ben Skoranek injury. I saw, he's still listed with that hip. Like, we're pretty thin in the receiving room going into this game.
Yeah. So here is the one thing that I am just listening to those numbers right there. And I've been concerned about it. In the last 2 weeks have kind of been a revelation because we've spread the ball around. But in reality, why did we wait till December to spread the ball around? Because it's evident here that he's got a relationship with one guy and one guy only. And if we're going to go deep into the playoffs and even give a chance for the Super Bowl, George needs to be healthy. And right now, I guess we'll wait till we get to the injury report.
Yeah, right.
But that's 100 yards is basically what that's saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a pretty huge difference.
100 yards and touchdown. I mean, you figure when you look at what we lost the last 2 games, that puts us right there in the game competing with those guys.
Yeah.
But we have to get other people into the mix. I think if we got other people into the mix, can you imagine what George's numbers really could be?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. If we could get like Cal or Skoranek or get Williams in there more, get Muth more catches, spread it around how we've been trying to without Pickens, while Pickens is there, he's going to always be open, and he doesn't even need to be open to catch the ball. So, I mean, come on.
Right. Well, anything else? Are we ready to go straight into it, JT?
Yeah, why don't we get into it? And looking down through this, I want you like on the Steelers side. Let's hit the major impact, and then we'll talk Chiefs. You ready for that report?
Yeah. So let's be honest, guys. Today, which normal in the NFL is the day off to review some film, but in reality, guys, today was full-blown practice. Yeah. Did not even have a chance to worry about healing, getting that little extra rest. None of that. That is concerning. Why? Because tomorrow, guys, it's pretty much the final walkthrough. Wednesday, it's showtime. So there's definitely no hitting that occurred this week, man. So it is definitely huge right now. So when it comes to the injury report, man, Lord only knows where we're at on that. I mean, will Justin be able to be ready? Who knows? Pickens is saying he's going to be ready, but is that true? Can't even say. Ben Skowronek, again, hard to say. Now, we go ahead and you got Joey Porter with a knee. That's not huge. Deshaun Elliott, this is really what his third week, guys, for his hamstring. So I'm going to say he's still out. Deontay Jackson, I think he probably should sit out one more game because that back's been nagging all year long. And then other than that, you just got the old guys, man, that are just took the day off, man, because you know why? They're old guys. Now, going into KC, they got it just as bad as we do, guys. They've got Kamari Connor. He did not practice with a concussion. It's going to be up to DJ Humphries' hamstring if he's going to be able to play. I'm going to tell you right now, I like the fact that he's got a hamstring going up against our edge rushers. That could be something to watch. Chris Jones, he's got a calf injury. Look, we've seen what it did to Joey. If you ain't got no get off on that calf, you're not playing, man. So that'd be interesting to see where we're at. Same way with Juwan Taylor. They've got both bookends that are banged up. And like you went ahead and said already, Kitch, Mahomes has been sacked for a long time. And let's face it, too, he's playing on a bad wheel. I mean, he's going to have to get that ball out so quick. We really, really need to stay up on the line, take away the crossing routes, take away the flats, take away the screens, and get in his face because he can't run. Then on defense, we need to take advantage of Justin Reed's back. We definitely need to. And then, of course, Xavier Worthy, he's got a little ankle problem. Other than that, guys, I think everybody's in the same boat. It's late December. We're all dealing with some kind of injuries.
Yeah, true.
Whose trainer's the best to get them ready to play?
I will say the Patrick Mahomes high ankle thing is basically an annual tradition in late December at this point.
Yeah, true.
And you always see him hobbling around, finding a way to escape in the playoffs anyway. So I don't think that's going to affect him too much. What I do think is going to be huge for us is if Chris Jones isn't full go. We'll be able to gash that defense up the middle without him. He is their TJ Watt. So, I mean, granted, he's not, but you know what I mean there.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I think without him in, it could be huge for us.
So who are we watching out for then, guys?
Yeah.
And are we really worried about Mahomes, except his arm? Because he's accurate as all get out.
Well, he is, but you know what? I haven't watched a lot, but I kind of peeked in, and I saw several balls that just were not thrown well. Receivers were there, and he just kind of missed them, like rolling out. I mean, to me, it seemed obvious that it's like his rhythm was off a little bit. Just not that same crispness.
Well, let's face it. You can't push off on that ankle, man. You're not going to get what you normally have.
Yeah, you need to be able to push off to get that drive.
Yep. I mean, I myself, I think the guy that we need to not fall asleep on, per usual, is Travis Kelce.
Absolutely.
If we can come up with an answer for him, I don't think I'm too concerned about Xavier Worthy. Hollywood Brown is healthy now, and he's back, and that's going to add a different dynamic. Because here's the other thing, DeAndre Hopkins is really starting to see. He's really starting to see gel with Mahomes, and then of course you can't forget our friend Juju. I mean, look, they're going to have him in there and running downs. They're going to have him blocking. Yeah. But at the end of the day, too, he can still sneak across the middle and go get that ball. So, I mean, if anything, going into this game, Mahomes has definitely got more weapons this game than he has all season. And then the one that we really got to watch out for, too, Pacheco is having a very good year. this year. But there's another cat too. Do you guys remember a little guy named Kareem Hunt?
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. I thought there was a follow up to that.
Yeah,
today.
I thought you
No. I'm all written out.
remember.
I'm like you, Kitch. I do not think that this team is deserving of its 14-1 record. There are too many holes in this. They've had way too much help with the Zebras this year. I mean, I just don't see this being a championship caliber team. I see this as, we isolate Mahomes, make him a little squirrely in the pocket. He'll turn the ball over.
We certainly can, and still do have the possibility. I mean, it just seems like Highsmith still seems solid. I mean, even though we got gashed a lot, it just seems like couldn't ask a whole lot more from Highsmith. I don't think he got toasted on the back end. I mean, pressure. This could be one of TJ's big games here. I don't know.
We're gonna need one.
I just get that feeling.
We are definitely gonna need one from him.
Big brother's going to be in the house. Hey, it'd be a good time. Let's put it that way. It'd be a great time for him to kind of get back on track. NFL has kind of found a way to negate TJ Watt, and so when there's no TJ Watt, obviously, it's effective.
Yeah.
Well, and here's the other thing too, guys. I mean, we have to. It just doesn't seem like when Smith's in there or when Herbig's in there that we're letting them get off on a blitz as well. I understand about bringing them in to go ahead and spell Highsmith and TJ, but I think you got to let these guys blitz too. You got to call something. You have to change it up. We're now in that part of the season where they have to start throwing a few wrinkles into both the offense and the defense.
It's just standard 4-man rush stuff all the time. Teams are picking us apart. It's evident in the last 2 games.
Right, and because we're out of place, we're not where we want to be. It's the same vanilla stuff. Yeah, it's got to change, and we cannot afford to let Mahomes go 90 yards. I mean, we are wasting Corliss Waitman's punts, man.
I know.
Yeah. Wasted them. I mean, this guy is doing his job, and then the defense is going to do. Hey, come on down, guys. Wait, we got 13 minutes left to play. I'll tell you what, you get it down there to the other goal line, and we'll go ahead and we'll call this game quits. Fair enough? Absolutely. And let's march on down. We cannot allow that to happen.
Yeah, we got to start hot. I
don't even want to start hot. I'm so tired of hearing that too, Kitch.
Well, because we haven't done it. We have to start doing it.
I just want to see us get into a flow, get into a rhythm. Switch something up, because at this point in time, there's statisticians that have you down to a pat, Arthur, on what you want to call and when you want to call it. Now it's time to look at that and switch it up.
Well, and I'm not an X's and O's guy, but it just seems like they run the same plays. When you see a certain set, they run the same plays out of it all the time. Like, they don't really alternate. It's like, okay, we're running this with 2 tight ends. We're running this,
and that's
3
why
wides, we're running this.
And that's why I said the best offensive play I seen all game against the Ravens was that one down there at the end zone where you had a breakaway with 2 tight ends in the end zone, because nobody expected. I think it was Mike Hall and Connor that were both in there on that play.
Mm-hmm.
They expected those 2 to go out there for a pass because Muth wasn't on the field, and everybody figured it was going to be run. That was a beautiful call. Now, why couldn't you do that again? Let's see, even do that on a 2nd and 6. You guys talked about, getting not even going to 3rd down is the easiest way to put it. I don't know. To me, it seems like 3rd and 2 is where we want to be the entire year. I want to see first, second down, first down, first, second down, first down, first, second down, first down.
Well, that's the second line in ways to beat the Steelers is to keep them to third and long. Keep them to third and long, and you'll get 3 series right off the bat. You'll get 3 possessions right off the bat. Because we'll go 3 and out.
Because there's nothing magical, nothing there to even, I mean, I was even sitting there watching that Austin catch last week on the sidelines. Man, he did a nice little zag in and then zagged right back up. And I'm thinking, man, if he would have done another zag, what would the middle of that field look like then? Would he have been gone, or would we have put it that close to the sideline? My point is, man, is we have to switch things up. So as far as defense goes, man, look, I don't think their defense is that hot either. It's not as good as what Philly's is, and it's damn sure not as good as Baltimore is. So I think we can really get back on par this week defensively, or I mean offensively. I think my key to success, man, is we have to start changing it up. This is week 1 as far as I'm concerned. Come out and show the NFL something you haven't shown them yet.
I mean, I do have to say you got to at least acknowledge 2 things with this defense. Steve Spagnuolo has been one of the best defensive minds in football for a while now. And he has a middle linebacker that I feel is very, very underrated, Nick Bolton. This guy can, I mean, he's no slouch. I'm just saying, don't sleep on him. Without Chris Jones there, it's going to put a lot more on him if he's not full go. But I'm just saying, it might not be as easy with this defense as you might think.
It's all in the mind, Kitch. It's all in the mind, baby.
It never is easy. It doesn't matter who they're playing.
Well, that's also a fair point. We never make it easy on ourselves.
All righty. What else do you see? Can we contain Kelce?
Absolutely. I mean, I don't think we solved that problem this year, and you've seen it throughout the entire play at 10-5. How many games did we get beat over the middle?
Too many. Way, way, way too many.
Compared to years gone by, JT. Come on, put it in perspective of what we had been dealing with to what we have currently. And let's face it, we pretty much contained Mark Andrews this year. It was Eichel, who I said last week we needed to watch out for Eichel. Eichle's the one who ended up getting the touchdown.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, but if you look back on all of the tight ends, there wasn't really one that had its heyday with us this year.
No, we did better against tight ends than we usually do.
That's true. That's true.
So
I Kelce's had a down year.
Now we're just giving up deep passes.
Yeah, now we're just and occasionally just letting running backs gash us for like 30, 40 yards. But I mean,
yeah, right. We got those tight ends covered.
Oh yeah, that's fixed it, man. There's your problem.
Well, we're able to cover, just can't stop up the middle. But at
Which
the same
is kind of a big deal.
Yeah. It is kind of a big deal. But
need Von Kirkland back, man.
I think it's more on the sides that they gash us and just straight up the middle. But
couple right over the right side. I don't know what gap that is.
It's over always on TJ's side. It seems like we get the most runs gashed on us.
Well, and they also can get away with straight up tackling the man, so
they do.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that flag is glued to the pocket whenever Steelers D's on the field, except for our
except for JPJ. They're throwing, flag after flag, a hat if they feel like it, in this game, since it's from Mahomes, they might throw a brick at him. Oh, wait, he's probably not playing anyway.
Yeah. when JPJ's in the game, they bring out the T-shirt gun to shoot the flag.
Yeah. They just put a drum mag on it and fill it with T-shirt.
Oh, my God. Anyhow, well, all righty. Well, anything else? Let's see. Who do we? Pickens coming back? Is he all that? Or is this the point of the year where if you can go without doing any more significant damage, you're going type of thing? I mean, obviously, they're going to be careful. I mean, they win something. You're in the playoffs, so do you take it easy and you rest your guys, even regardless of where they end up? You're still going to have to play a good team. Just end up so we don't have to play the Ravens again. That's all I ask. I don't care what you do.
Well, are we ready to say who we think's going to win?
Let's do it. Yeah, DJ already he's going 31-17. George is back, opens it up. Feast. Christmas Day feast. I like that. Get yours next on the list. We'll put DJ's in there. 31-17. Okay.
Unfortunately, for the first time in a while here, I'm going to have to pick against this. I do think it'll be closer, especially if Pickens is back. I'm going 27-24 Kansas City. I feel like we start to get our rhythm back, but it's just not quite enough to overcome likely some late game bullshit call. Every other team that has played the Chiefs, with the exception of one game, the one they lost, has been blatantly screwed over by the refs. I don't think we're going to be any different.
Well, unfortunately, he's the golden boy.
He is the golden boy. It's like how Brady was.
Their investment. Yep. I'm kind of with you on there too. I'm going against the grain. I just don't think Steelers can hang until something magical happens. That old saying, insanity is just doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. I mean, different players in, different players out, but 21-27 Chiefs eke this one out. Late field goal just puts the nail in the coffin for this one. Tough home loss.
Tough home loss. Boy, look at you guys. Acting like Christmas is already in the drink. I'm here to tell you the NFL is giving us a gift. This is all in the script. We're going to go ahead, send Patty Mahomes back home, tail between his legs. We're going to get to see Taylor, Swifties there about 100 dozen times in her nice little ugly Christmas sweater, I'm sure, with sparklies on it. But at the end of the day, it's going to be Tomlin strutting across the field like a little banny rooster in his head all popped out, bobbing his head, going to shake Andy's, and we're going to take the win. 27-24.
Oh, okay. You're just flipping my score. Man.
Hey, for the holidays, we were treated with a little AI-generated Christmas background music. So, there you go. How do you like that?
My one argument against TA's pick here. TA, who's the scriptwriter?
Well, it's Mr. Goodell.
Yeah, but he's real close with them Chiefs right now.
Oh, that's what I said. But, you got to go ahead and they've got to have at least one more loss because it just doesn't line up.
Why not? Has there been a 16-1?
Yeah, remember? And then they even lost the Minnesota Vikings.
Oh, they did go 16. Oh, wait, no, that was a 15-1. I'm saying since the 16-1 started.
Oh, no, not since the 16-1 started. There has not been.
Yeah.
That would have been the closest that I can recall. So,
right.
Yeah, I mean, It's all right there. Look, even DJ payback for Christmas game and Hard Knocks. There you go. I mean,
I hope you're right. I'm just saying.
Yeah. The Chiefs are okay losing on the holidays. You know, they've done it before in their past. They're about 50-50 when it comes to holidays, I bet. I don't need to know that. I just feel that from watching football all these years. So, but hey, gentlemen, without further ado, great show to all of our loyal listeners out there. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Voodoo, happy whatever it is that makes you happy. I just want you to be happy and have a very Merry Christmas to you and yours.
There you go. Peace out, Steeler Nation. Let's go. Merry Christmas. Bring home a win.
Merry Christmas, Steeler Nation. Let's hope they prove me wrong.
There you go. Careful in the hot tub, guys. We're going to take it on out of here with Shelby Cassesi. We'll see you next time.
Make sure you guys tune into Steelers Realm. They are the best for all your Steelers reaction and Steelers